When I was in primary school, I remember people discussing their family histories, putting together family trees that went back generation. And I remember my confusion and frustration when I realized I couldn't do the same with my family. I went back to my grandparents, but before that, I can't really say. I don't know the ancestry of my family. I don't know who I descended from. A lot of it has to be lack of paperwork. It's hard to find your past in a state where paperwork wasn't done the same way, where records were not kept. There's not a lot of place we can go to. We rely on oral history, and oral history gets lost in the diaspora when we are in a smaller community. I'm sure my family in Pakistan knows more, but I don't know them, and I don't have an easy access to ask my questions as a child. I tell a lot of people that's the reason I don't know and can't really start looking. But inside my heart, I know that's not the complete truth. I'm lying to myself and to people around me. The truth is, part of me is afraid to look into where I've come from. I'm afraid of what I'll find. I know there will be trauma there. My ancestors lived through partition, two world war, and the British Empire to start with. All those aspects affect my family now, and I'm afraid to find my family story because I don't know if I can deal with that pain. So my school friends talked about their ancestries and the cool heritage they have. I have to be aware that I am essentially starting a family name, a legacy for my descendants. I'm creating something with markers. There's physical proof that I was here. I hope my descendants will look back, see what I did, and feel proud of me because I didn't have that opportunity. It's strange to feel like you have no understanding of your own history. Part of it is because our history isn't taught. I had to find my own history. I had to research the empire and learn the truth of what happened and how it affects the motherland to this day. I wasn't taught it at school, not the extent of the brutality of the empire. It was swept over, and my people felt like a side note in the British history. Even when learning about the immigration of the people over to the UK, it was never discussed properly. It was just treated like we never really contributed, we were never affected. Ultra bullshit. And we are not just minorities who get treated this way. Still to this day, I have so much to learn. There are things I'm aware of, but I don't know much. For example, how did the British use Indian forces during World War II? I'm making my way through a book on Muslim soldiers in Dunkirk, and I'm constantly questioning why war movies are whitewashed when it's clear that the Empire was as much as part of the war as Britain. There are also points to be made on British history. The fact that I was raised here does not mean A. I have to accept your history as you tell it as pure fact, or B. You cannot change ideas and theories about the past due it to increased information. I spent years at school being told what a great guy Winston Churchill was. I remember when I sat there listening to my teacher that Winston Churchill thought I was a less than human. That's the truth. How can I claim that part of British history and be proud of it when I was the target of his bigoted view? When my people suffered and continue to suffer because of his action, but the history refused to acknowledge that. The bitter truth is empire scar my history. And until the empire is fully acknowledged, I don't think we can fully move on. How can we be part of a society that denies us our history? We shouldn't be here through false ideas, through false understanding of our past and what brought us here. We shouldn't all be homogenized into one group. We are all different. We have different paths to the UK. We have had different experiences here. We have different relationship with our motherland. The empire and its legacy has different effects on us. We all have the right to tell our stories, to be listened and to be believed, to feel like we are active part of this society that truly acknowledge its past and move forward with us, not alongside us.